Hello everyone, this is Ronita Jana.
And this is Manami Roy.
We are graduate students here at Raman Research Institute, India. We would like to share with you our recently published work with Biman Nath. We investigated the well debated issue of the amount of cosmic rays in the Milky Way circumgalactic medium with the help of gamma ray and radio background observations.
We know that the observations of absorption lines from different ions point to a multi-phase temperature structure of the CGM with hot, warm, and cold phases. The coexistence of these phases implies that they are in pressure equilibrium. So, if we only consider thermal pressure, we expect the cold phase to have a higher density compared to the hot phase. But the density obtained from the observations of cold phase tends to follow the hot gas density profile. Well, this means that there is a contribution from some non-thermal pressure component.
And one of the potential candidates for this is cosmic rays. But the question is, how much cosmic rays are there in the CGM? The cosmic ray particles are either accelerated in the disk and then advected outwards or produced by shock acceleration in the outflow. Once these high energy particles are lifted to the CGM, they diffuse throughout the halo.
Recent numerical simulations of galactic outflows have shown that the CGM can be significantly populated with cosmic rays. According to these simulations, the ratio of cosmic ray pressure to thermal pressure eta can vary widely, ranging from 1 to even 100 for different transport mechanisms.
One can then ask, can we say something from the observations? The answer is yes. The cosmic ray protons interact with the CGM protons and produce neutral pions. These neutral pions immediately decay into gamma ray photons. On the other hand, the cosmic ray electrons interacting with the CGM magnetic field produce synchrotron emission in radio band. So, we can track the cosmic ray with its two tracers, the gamma ray background and the radio background. We used Fermi-Light gamma ray data and Arcade 2 balloon borne radio observation data to constrain the cosmic ray population.
To calculate the gamma ray and radio flux, we need the density and temperature profiles. There are two widely studied analytical models for the CGM. With dotted lines in the left panel, we show the isothermal model, where the CGM temperature is held constant, and in the right panel, the precipitation model, where the density and temperature profiles are modeled depending on the ratio of cooling time to free fall time. We modified these two models to include the non-thermal cosmic ray component, taking eta as a parameter. The solid line here show the profiles with different values of eta. Well, it turns out that the modified models satisfy the density and temperature constraints from the observations.
Using these profiles, we calculated the radio and gamma ray flux. The radio synchrotron flux does not constrain the isothermal model but puts an upper limit of eta less than equal to 400 for the precipitation model. Then we calculated the gamma ray flux at a particular frequency. This figure here shows that the isotropic gamma ray background flux puts an upper limit of eta less than equal to 3 for the isothermal model and eta less than equal to 230 for the precipitation model. But there is a twist. The off-center position of the solar system in the Milky Way gives rise to an anisotropy in the gamma ray flux. The anisotropy, when compared to the observed value, says that eta should be greater than 100 in the precipitation model, and it rules out any cosmic ray population in CGM for isothermal model.
Therefore, our work shows the importance of calculating the gamma ray and the radio background in order to constrain the cosmic ray population in the CGM. And we think it would be really interesting to produce gamma ray and radio map for the outflow and CGM simulations.
That's it. Thank you for your patience. The archive link is given in the description box. If you're interested, please check it out and let us know if you have any feedback or comment. Thank you.